Hey YouTube land, it's Andrews here doing another action figure review, and this time it's for the 2017 NECA Aliens, is it the Alien Day, I think it's called, the kind of day that they kind of do a tribute to the Aliens films and stuff like that. It's the Alien Day figure, which is the NECA inspired Space Marine Vasquez. Now, Vasquez is one of the kind of Marines that were in the movie, and if I just flip around the back of the box, you can see they have her box done like the old Kenner style packaging. So you have all the Kenner wave figures basically in their Kenner inspired stuff in their line. Just move her off to the side. So she comes in the kind of standard NECA clamshell kind of window packaging, and you have like all the Predators that are available and the Aliens so far in the 2-pack, which is the Alien vs Predator 2-pack, which are the designs based on the original movies done in a sort in Kenner style. And then you got stuff like Ambush Predator, which was a mail away for the Kenner line, and you got the Power Loader, Alien Queen. Now, the Alien Queen that they showed there is a good bit different to the actual one that came with Kenner, or that Kenner designed. Kenner actually designed 2 Alien Queens, one that came with a Hive playset, and the other one which was the Queen, kind of an attack Queen with a swinging tail action. But the Alien Queen that they have on NECA's box is actually the one designed from the actual Aliens movie, so it's more movie accurate than anything else. So onto the figure itself. The figure is the standard 7-inch scale NECA figure, and she comes with one accessory that's loose, and she actually has 2 accessories in total. So the only accessory she comes with is this light green colored, green and grey, with a small bit of silver and black paint apps pulse rifle. And she also comes with a removable dagger, which is quite small. That can fit. It doesn't really fit in her hands. You can't really hold it too well. It's a loose fit, but it does come with a knife, a dagger, which goes into this little sheath on her leg. Now, the figure itself is a repaint. It's actually a repaint of the Wave 15, 18. I can't remember which wave it is, but it's the movie. It's basically a repaint of the movie version of Vasquez, and it has the Kenner inspired paint on it. And it basically, they have 2 versions of her, one with the smart gun with all the body armor and stuff, and then they have this version of her which has basically the Marine breed he use, and it just has the shirt, and it's like in the Marines kind of coloring, which if I just bring this Quintero guy in, it's kind of like this sort of coloring for the shirt, or for the pants, and the shirt is like a sort of camo green, but essentially it's just a repaint. And the reason it's a repaint is it is based on this figure. This is original Kenner figure. Originally, when Kenner did do Vasquez, she was only available in Europe exclusively. So this is actually the European version of Vasquez. I'm not sure if she later trickled into the Canadian market and possibly the American market, but this was a version that was only available in the UK and Ireland. Unfortunately, I don't have any accessories for her, but what I do have, if I can just get her to stand, is I have this. This is the KB Exclusives version, which was released in the US, and it was done as a more movie kind of stylized color scheme. So she has this ridiculously huge launcher that just slide, and she fires off the missiles. The other figure would have come with the exact same launcher. The only difference is I don't know if it was in this green color. I have a feeling it was the exact same coloring for the accessories. I could be wrong, but she does have this ludicrously oversized rocket launcher. And the other thing which is true to the accessory that comes with the Neca figure, is this pulse rifle. And it's done in a very similar green. Neca kind of did it in a very similar green to the way it was made by Neca, or sorry, by Kenner. And what's ironic is she was the only Marine from the actual Kenner wave to have a pulse rifle. Every other Marine and figure that they did, human figure that they did, came with weird contraptions like the one that's on her back, either missile firing or grenades or some sort of gimmick related weaponry. Whereas Vasquez, who in the movie had a smart gun, which is one of these things, and this is off the Kenner inspired Ripley figure. I don't actually have the actual Vasquez that has the smart gun. She was the only Marine from the Kenner line to actually have a pulse rifle, which is kind of interesting considering her movie counterpart. She did use the pulse rifles near the end of the movie, but she's more notably known for using smart guns. So, just for a quick size comparison to get it off and out of the way, here she is next to the Kenner Alien Day Kenner inspired Ripley. So, she's quite a nice figure. She's actually quite jointed, so she can go forward, back on the hips. She does have a nice ball jointed head. Her arms can go out that much and down, and her ball joints can rotate all the way around. She has single jointed elbows. She has kind of a ball joint at the wrist. Her legs are a little bit hindered by the diaper crotch. She has a kind of more solid crotch piece than the Ripley figure does. She has single jointed knees, and she has like ball jointed rocker ankles. She has two joints in the waist. She has one in the upper waist, and then she has one in the waist itself, or some in the upper chest. And as I said, her only accessory is really the pulse rifle and the knife she came with. You can, if you want, give her Ripley's pulse or smart gun to make her look more like her smart gun counterpart. As I said, this kind of crotch piece on the jumps or on the pants that Neca sculpt their figures with. Oops, sorry, after not dropping over, is a lot more solid, whatever material they used than usual. So she is a really cool figure. If you can pick her up, I would recommend picking her up. I did get this one pretty cheap. Unfortunately, because she was an exclusive, she's a little bit more pricey than the... Well, actually, that's not true, because the standard Vasquez figures tend to be very expensive for some reason. The second version they did, which is based on this sculpt, is actually not as expensive, but the very first one that came with the smart gun seems to be ludicrously expensive, and I've seen it from anywhere between the $40 price to €40 price to like €120 for some reason, I don't know. But all in all, she's quite a cool figure. If you can find her and relatively cheap, I do recommend picking her up. If you're a diehard fan of the Kenner figures like I am, I do also recommend picking her up. So there you go, guys. Just a quick video review. Just before I go as well, the face sculpt is actually really cool. I really love the face sculpt on this. The other version of her, the bandana, actually has paint detail on it, kind of I think it's like a red and white detail. So, but all in all, she's a fantastic figure, and I do recommend picking her up if you can get her. So there you go, guys. Just a quick video review for the Neca Alien Day version of Vasquez. Hope you enjoy my videos, and as I usually say, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe on my videos. Cheers, guys.